Good afternoon, everyone. It's Josh here with Ripple Planet. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that's actually come up a few times. Lots of people claim that Ripple has the ability to freeze funds and actually block their account, similar to what a PayPal can do, um, uh, you know, or pretty much any other payment processor has the ability to pretty much just freeze your account or lock your funds up for investigation or uh, basically for whatever reason that they feel necessary. So lots of people in the crypto world love Bitcoin for the fact that there is no there is no third party person in the middle who can actually do that. There's no central person who can actually freeze your accounts or has control over that. You actually maintain control over your keys, and you basically have the control. So it resides within your hands. Ripple, on the other hand, because there's a few different things going on under the hood. That may be one of the reasons that leads some people to be confused. Um, One of the things that people get confused about is that Ripple, there's the internal currency of Ripple, which is XRP, and that's a counterparty free asset. And then there are other currencies within the network that are all IOUs, that all have counterparty risks based on the issuers or the gateways. So um, with the XRP, it is like Bitcoin in the sense that it can't be frozen, it can't be blocked, your accounts can't be locked out. But with this, when you make a connection with a gateway and you allow that gateway to hold your funds, the gateway does have the ability to set themselves up set their gateway up in a manner that allows them to freeze your funds or just freeze your funds so that basically they don't get them, but you don't have usage of them. The only thing you can do with them is actually send them back to the gateway. So that's pretty much where the counterparty risk lies. It lies with the gateways. Your accounts can be frozen, they can be locked, uh, but not your whole entire account, just your balance, just the balance you have with that individual gateway. So if you have a US dollar balance with SnapSwap, let's say, and SnapSwap for some reason gets a letter from the court from a law enforcement to freeze your account or to launch some investigation. So they can act if they have their setting to allow account freezing. They can actually just freeze your funds within that account. So, on the other hand, if you have those funds and you transfer them into XRP, instead of holding them within the SnapSwap gateway, your funds would be secure, and there would be no one who could actually freeze those from you. So holding balances in XRP is beneficial for those reasons. Although due to market fluctuations and changes in the price and the valuation, it does sometimes make sense to hold balances in more stable currencies if you build connections and trustworthy connections with the gateways. So we're gonna take a look at, where are we? Yeah, we're gonna take a look at oh no, not this one. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a look at basically what happened with the implementation of the account freezing procedure. It was basically implemented back in June, and it was rolled out in over July and August, and basically now all gateways have the ability um, to they have the ability to basically to decide whether or not they want they want to have the access to freeze funds. So it's always good to check if you're trusting, if you made a connection with a gateway and you're allowing them to hold a reasonable amount of your funds. It may be worthwhile for you to check and find out whether or not they have their whether or not they have the settings set to allow account freezing. And again, lots of people may be upset with Ripple for implementing this, but we have to understand that what Ripple Labs is actually trying to do is trying to get this protocol widely accepted and used by the financial institutions. And these financial institutions already, these incumbents already have huge amounts of regulatory compliance and other legal challenges that they have to keep up to date with. So doing something like this actually solidifies Ripple's stance to maintaining compliancy and basically not trying to reinvent the wheel with regards to compliance and regulations. Just the Ripple protocol will fit neatly within the current financial institutions protocols, and this feature that they've implemented right now allows the institutions to have more, to basically feel more comfortable that they can meet their regulatory obligations when transacting with Ripple. I mean, it doesn't make sense for banking institutions and other large institutions to sign on, as Ripple gateways with their clients if they can't meet their legal obligations, if for some reason there is some terrorism or some criminal or any other illegal activity going on. Those things would need to be investigated. So they would not be keen to implement these types of things if they didn't have these tools. So I think it's a convenient mix. It's kind of like you have to take the good with the bad, right? With Bitcoin, you don't have any IOUs, or you don't have any gateways. You just have the private keys to your funds, or if you have the private keys, you're in control. And but on the flip side, on the downside, you don't have access to these other currencies. You don't have access to US dollars or euros or these other financial instruments. So it is a case of just kind of, just if you're concerned about the account freezing ability within the protocol, just hold your balances in XRP and you'll solve that. Or check the gateway you're holding your funds at and make sure that they are they don't have the ability to set the flag to frozen, or just don't do anything illegal or anything that can get you in trouble over. All right, so hopefully that's answered some of your questions about the Ripple protocol and whether or not, and kind of just ease your concerns about their abilities to freeze your funds, which they can't do. So thank you very much, and if you have any questions, just post them in the question section. Thanks.